Alrighty, welcome back. We're here for another video. So back here at the shed tonight with James and Connor and Greg hiding over the back. So yeah, we're back again here today. We're going to see how much we can smash out. Connor's on the wiring because that's kind of his specialty and I'm no good at it. So he's just getting taken out by the boot because the struts are broken. So he's pretty much figuring out what this mess of wiring is and everything's falling apart down the back there. So yeah, he's just figuring out what's what because there was a lot of positives all running to some post or something like that. He's better at explaining that kind of crap. I'm going to be doing the diff and rear subframe, putting all that back together, which I'm doing now. This has got the two-way diff in it, which is probably a good thing, but for now I'm going to run my standard LSD and yeah, keep the two-way there if I ever decide to go that route.
Want some good news?
What do we got?
You've already got a fuel pump relay.
Already got a fuel pump relay.
So that one there.
That's what we like to hear. We're worried that we're going to have to pull it out of my car and redo it all, but we have got fuel pump wiring, so that is good. So this will have the required voltage when it's running, right?
In theory, yeah, when we get
Sweet.
it running tonight at about 9 o'clock, I'll do a voltage test and
yeah, perfect. That's what I like to hear. Oh well, very good news. So that's good. You can see down there as well, that's where he would have been running his in-tank, well, in-boot pump, and that's where the lines would have run through. Because he had full braided lines in this, and that was obviously the whole reason we pulled out the standard lines and swapped all those over. So, yeah, hopefully we'll get the wiring sorted. We're just trying to get everything sorted before we drop the motor in. So it's drop the motor in and then pretty much connect everything up and bleed up what needs to be bled up and start the car. And hopefully with no issues. As far as I know, there shouldn't be any dramas once we sort out this wiring. He's just pulling out, like I was saying, all the old stuff. So we've found that he was running electric fans at the front of the motor, so he's pulling all the old wiring out for that just to tidy up the engine bay. It's just a good opportunity to do it while there is no motor in the car. So I'm going to crack on with the diff, Connor's going to crack on with the electrical, and I'm just going to get some crack. Yeah, he's going to get some crack and yeah.
get cracked on by a junkie.
Yeah, so James will probably be behind the camera for us, just helping out here and there. Yeah, we will keep on going and
Gotta go to work.
yeah. So James is at work at 11. It's currently about 6.
So if you see any footage of him not in it,
Yeah.
and
So
only one of us are in it at any one time.
yeah. So if it's dark at the moment, if you see in the background and like it's bright outside, don't worry about it. It's normal.
It's only Monday night.
Yeah, it's just it's Monday, so happy days. Everyone loves Mondays. So yeah, we'll crack on and we'll see you guys shortly.
Hello mate, what are you doing in there?
This is riveting content.
There we go. Wow, first go.
Definitely didn't drop this tape.
Slight problem. I think this axle is like evacuating from the diff.
Not something you want to hear on a Monday night trying to get your mate's car running. COVID. You know you'd be safe with COVID in the Skyline, eh?
What?
What
What?
are you going to get within 1.5 metres of you?
Except all the 14-year-olds.
Or at Macca's.
Oh. $1 special, frozen clothes. Do you want to run through what you've done with the wiring?
Ah, yeah, so basically I've just pulled out the aftermarket fan wiring, went through the relay box and cleaned some of that up.
When?
We're pretty sure it's already got a fuel pump relay, which the power it was making before would suggest that it did, so. I mean, it's pretty hard to make a Skyline quick unless you do the fuel rate mod, so. I just had a stroke saying that. So yeah, we're hoping it's got a fuel pump relay already. It's definitely got a permanent live. So hopefully the relay that's been fitted at the front is also for the fuel pump. We hope.
It's for some random thing.
Worst case scenario, I'm pulling all the stuff out of that. Which I've just noticed is a real nice dent in your bonnet.
Might sit the caliper on top.
You're shaking around your place, and look at you.
It's my first rodeo.
For now. Oh my fucking god, mate.
tell you when to stop.
Yeah?
No.
He said he'd tell you. I'll tell you when to stop. Yeah, mate, that'll do.
Hold up. Hey! I've inserted into the hole.
What? Oh, I mean. He told me put my heart.
We have to have this one going at the same time though.
The front one?
Right, jack her up, mate!
Or do you want me to go up on the hoist?
Alrighty, so a little bit of an update. We've got the whole rear subframe back in and the new diff all in place, and just had Connor doing little bits and pieces for me up in the engine bay. So we've got the power steering back mounted to the factory location. So where it was flipped around to was good for high mount turbos, but with all my piping and the pod and everything running through that area, it was no good for me. We've got the AC fan of the other car, which is going to have to be swapped over because the plug was changed on this for whatever reason. So I'll be putting that plug back on. Might have to do some slight modifications to be able to fit the intercooler, hopefully not too much. We've got the washer bottle all mounted in. I'm going to have to try find a coupe one, as this one uses 2 motors. The sedan's had a front and rear, so eventually that'll be something that gets swapped out. But also looks like the fuse box has been moved at some stage, so just going to put that back. We're going to use the bracket from the other car and mount that all back to the factory location. We're just going through and doing little bits and pieces, so I'm pulling the clutch slave and master off and swapping it with my one, which for those of you who've been watching for a while will know that they're all new parts, so new master, new line and new slave. And just going through and doing little bits and pieces. So slowly checking off the list. We've got the new fuel filter in, all mounted up. Got all the brackets mounted in place as well. We need to try find a workaround for the braided lines, just because the bracket shares the same hole with the dampener. So have to work something out for that. Like I was saying, a lot of the wiring's been deleted. We've got our earth strap all here, so that's sweet. That's all ready to go. We've got these 2 lines here are for the fuel pump wiring, so that'll be running to our positive, and there'll be some slight adjustments compared to the standard stuff. So that mounts up to the positive, and well, usually for those of you who know, the red and white will connect up to a little pin on the positive, where this one will just have to go to a nut and bolt. So that'll be no dramas. We're just trying to get everything as stock as possible and pretty much back to how it was in the sedan, just so everything's the same and it's not trying to figure out where everything goes. Lucky for us, this wiring's all nice and tidy. It's been done well, so it's definitely something good to go off. But yeah, we're going to keep going on putting little bits and pieces together, so we'll see you a bit later. Okay, so we're back again the next day, kind of just jumping between days here. Last night we got the intercooler all mounted up, all finally mounted in the positions we wanted with our dodgy brackets you probably can't see. But I've got all the piping all mounted up as well. That's all in tight and all secured. So that's ready for the engine. Yeah, this will be the end of the video that you've just watched, but we're going to be doing another video which hopefully will be the final one. In the next video you'll be seeing, we'll be getting the motor in, getting all the looms swapped over. Yeah, if today goes to plan. Just last little touch-ups. So yeah, I hope you've been enjoying the little mini series of swapping everything over, and we'll see you in the next video.